welcome to part two segment of 360 Degrees of Success. And have back again with me Matt Radin, who is JV Man, talking more about managed joint ventures.
Thanks, Joe.
Good to have you back again, Matt. And we have our special guest all the way from Canada, Stephanie O'Brien, who is a financial Liberty coach, division of Liberty Marketing Solutions. So, Stephanie, welcome. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me here.
And Stephanie, could you introduce yourself and kind of tell us who you are and to our audience?
Okay, my name is Stephanie O'Brien, and I help coaches, entrepreneurs to get really clear on who they want to serve and how to explain their service to them in a way that makes people want to buy. So that way you get to spend more time doing what you love and what you're good at, and you can also enroll clients with confidence and get more sales. I also write my members' marketing materials for them, so you can spend more time doing what you love instead of writing out stuff. And I help you promote not just your own services, but also the services of the other members in the group. So that way you become more valuable because you're offering a more comprehensive solution. And you also get to have more referrals because you're not just marketing yourself, you're marketing a one-stop shop, including all the people that you want to exchange referrals with.
Absolutely, and it's so important, and everybody talks about doing something you love, but not many of us get to do that. And just, we were talking off air before the show started, and Matt said he's been doing something he loves for 30 years now. And I said to him only 30 years, so that's important. And what Matt is doing now is helping other people do the same thing. So it's important. And he's helped me in the 4 years that I've known him. So how would you use this, Stephanie, to help dentists get financial protection that they need, to help insurance agents and brokers and carriers to protect their more dentists?
What we do is we help dentists through pretty much every step of their careers, from the time we meet them to the time when they're ready to completely transition out. So when dentists are first exiting dental school and getting into their careers, they're looking for work. A lot of them get sucked into the trap of working with a DSO, which doesn't really give them a path to financial freedom. It just keeps them as employees in rented space, which doesn't build equity. So what we do is we help them to, for one thing, turn their debt. They tend to have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, so we turn that into an asset and then help them pay off their debt so that they can have a greater net worth and financial freedom faster. We help them to connect with an older dentist who's willing to have them transition gradually into ownership of the practice. So instead of just being an employee, you're actually gradually moving toward owning your own practice and your own business, which is an important component of creating financial freedom. And of course, these practices need protection, which is where practice protection comes in, and total smile protection. We team up to give these dentists the protection they need in case they get sued or possibly get sick, any financial crisis that could come up that could potentially wipe out their savings. We give them a comprehensive system to make their net worth bulletproof so that they don't have to start over again. We also help the older dentists by helping them to gradually transition out of their practice at their own pace and on their own terms, while mentoring the younger dentist who is transitioning into their ownership of their practice. And that way they can know that their practice, their patients, their staff, their legacy is in good hands with somebody that they've mentored themselves and they've had time to know and trust. And this also helps the patients and the staff to get to know the younger dentist. So instead of, hey, here's a new person, hope you trust them, bye, you get this person that you've actually been getting to know for a few years taking over the practice. So then everybody's a lot more comfortable with that and the patients are a lot more likely to stay.
And Stephanie, how would you effectively share that message with dentists?
Well, we've got a few ways of doing it. Our main hub of information is our website, www.totalsmileprotection.com. Matt and I collaborated to create that together. So we've got an overview there of all of our services, how we walk dentists through every step of the process, and how we work with some of our partners to offer a more comprehensive solution. So instead of just giving you one part of the journey and telling you sink or swim with the rest, we take you through the whole journey. We also have an article you can read at www.un-dso.info. So that explains how by selling to a traditional DSO can actually screw dentists out of their path to financial freedom, turn them into employees of the business they used to own, and leave them working longer hours than they used to, while the DSO's unscrupulous practices can sometimes harm their patients, practice, and staff. And we also have our LinkedIn marketing services, which allow us to reach out to a lot of people in a short space of time while creating personal connections, which is important because social media platforms, algorithms, etc., they can come and go and change, but human connection is evergreen.
Great. And then obviously in helping dentists, could you explain how you help insurance agents, to brokers, to understand and implement the system, because that's the next step?
Yeah, that's pretty important, and they're an important part of the team. So, as I said, we've got an overview of the whole system on totalsmileprotection.com. And also, if an insurance professional wants to stand out from the competition by working with us to offer a more comprehensive solution, once they've read that site and gotten an overview, they can schedule a consultation with me, and I'll explain the system to them more fully. We can explore their goals, see if this is something that they want to be a part of. And of course, they share information in avenues like this interview. That's one of the things I bring to the table for Liberty Group and for our members is I can take the same piece of information and I can help a variety of different people to see how they can benefit from it and how they can be part of this system so we can offer everything that our clients need and so that we can help our members to get more referrals by being part of this one-stop shop.
You know, Stephanie and I have been collaborating for several years now, and we wrote a book together on how do you market as a group. And that's really what we're talking about here, marketing as a group. Because the dentist needs the help, right? The dentist needs to have the protection, like practice protection provides, and they need the protection of the various insurance products they buy. But the interests of the insurance broker and the insurance carrier and the insurance agent are all different. Okay, so the insurance company wants to get applications for their policy, for the one policy. Now, what we've done here is we've made it possible for them to offer a second program for financial freedom. So now Stephanie can give the message about financial freedom where no other malpractice company can give that message, right? They're not there to give you financial freedom. They're there to hopefully protect you from $1 million judgment. Because we've already talked about what happens if you get sued for $2 million. They don't do anything for you there. Right. Okay, so the malpractice insurance company is there to protect you from getting sued. But now we're helping them to achieve their financial freedom by having an alternative to the DSO, which we call an NDSO. But now you have to have that message tailored to the broker because the broker has to get appointed by the by Total Protection. I'm sorry, by Practice Protection, from Mike's company. And so Steve, one of our broker friends, broker JV friends, has got 3,000 agents. So we need to have that message to him and the brokers that he works with, explains to them how they can use it to recruit more agents, and how they can do it to recruit more agents who know dentists, because we have to deliver that message to the broker and then from the broker to the agent. And each one has got a different thing that they're interested in for themselves. All right, Stephanie? It's like, where
each person needs to know how they benefit from this and what they bring to the table and why they're an important member of the team or why they're an important part of the process.
Exactly. And so that's why by these interviews, we help us a lot. This is a collaboration right here.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right? So by keep collaborating, by keep sharing information with each other, we get better and better results because the first thing we do is, what does that person want? Okay, like I know you personally are building Liberty Resolution Solutions. And everything we are doing, everything we talked about is going to have mediation arbitration built into it.
Absolutely.
Everything. So, so everybody wins. And that's what we're all about.
Yep. Okay. And Stephanie, how is Financial Liberty Coach different from other online marketing programs? Because there are a lot of them out there, right?
We don't just create marketing materials that bring you cold or lukewarm leads, because let's face it, people who found you on the internet, they're a relatively cold lead. We help you to promote yourself as part of a comprehensive one-stop shop, which sets you apart from your competition by giving a better solution. And we help you get more clients through managed referrals, which are much warmer and more ready to buy from you. People are more likely to trust a person that they were referred to by someone they know and trust as opposed to someone they just met through online materials. And they can convert as much as 4 times faster than internet leads. Yep. So those managed referrals are a really key part of what sets us apart.
Lily, you just witnessed that just now. How many people know the president of their malpractice insurance company? Nobody. Now they do, right? They can go watch the interview now. Oh, that's Mike. He's the president of Practice Protection. Okay, so what happens if I get sued? It's going to go to mediation arbitration. Who's getting that? Jeffrey. Okay, so we're managing referrals in a way that builds relationships, and that's where you can trust the people you're working with.
Now that, again, just to reiterate, mediation arbitration generally results in a win-win result rather than a win-lose or a lose-lose result. Excuse me. Go with the litigation system.
Exactly.
So, Stephanie, how much money can insurance agents or brokers expect to get, by working with you?
Now, how much they get will depend on their level of participation and how effectively they implement the stuff we give them, the information, the education, the systems. But here's an example. Let's say an agent is speaking to a dentist who is not yet working with Liberty Group. The agent finds out that the dentist is looking to transition out of the practice, so they refer that dentist to Liberty Group so that our transition specialists can help them out with the process. So we end up helping the dentist to sell the practice for $1 million. So the business broker gets a 10% commission, which is $100,000. And the person who made the referral also gets 10% of that commission. So 10% of 100,000 is 10,000. So that gets split between the insurance agent and the broker. So instead of just getting the commission from selling insurance to the dentist, now you just got a split of $10,000. So not only you get more clients through the system, but you can make a lot more money per client.
And also in property and casualty or professional liability, it's all in the residual. So they may make $500, $1,000, $2,000 a year from placing those insurances.
Right.
They never think of a way to get $10,000 from that same client.
And that's what they want, obviously.
Yeah, so that's part of the message, is that now you'll get twice as many clients and make 5 times more money because you work with our program. Yeah.
Stephanie, in summarizing everything, can you give us kind of like a summary on how you work with the TSP system and kind of like tie it all together in the 3 minutes we have left?
Okay, so basically Liberty Group works with a group of different professionals in the dental and financial and business brokerage industry to help dentists to go through their whole career from start to finish in the most profitable, efficient, easy way possible. We save them years of work, thousands of dollars on debt payments, and we connect them with the people that can give them a better solution so they don't have to do all the hunting around. We just walk them through the entire process, start to finish.
Great. And again, this is a great system. Again, I've worked on that for almost 4 years now. Not only has it helped me generate and get business that I wouldn't have had, I've seen him help other people. And then going back to the, helping people do what they love to do, and that's not just a saying. That's your mission.
Yeah, when people say they can't wait to retire, I laugh because I could never imagine not doing what I'm doing. I'm helping so many people. I get to work with millennials like Stephanie, so I get to stay younger because I don't want to hang out with 80-year-olds, and it's great. I get to write my own theme song. So I get to do all kinds of stuff, and I just can't imagine having more fun doing anything else.
Again, isn't that ideal that if you are working into the age where you're supposed to be quote unquote retired, it should be because you want to, not because you have to. Exactly. There's a big difference between the two.
Exactly, absolutely, and that's what we're all about, and that's what we're here to, and all these dentists, if they are fortunate enough to understand what we're doing here, we will make the difference between them having to work for the rest of their life and working because they want to, but not because they have to.
It's a big
and
difference.
Working as much as they want to. If they just want to work 2 hours a week, they have that option.
Right.
Yep. And most importantly, looking out for people. They went to dental school because they wanted to help people. And then they find out the system is not treating them right, and all of a sudden they get jaded. The average dental student is getting out of dental school with like $100,000, $300,000 or more in debt. So we need to help those people so they can provide better care to the patient, have happy staff, and overall everybody's more happy.
Again, Matt, Stephanie, thank you for appearing on the show today. We'll definitely talk again soon. And if you want any more information, you can send an email to support@totalsmileprotection.com and schedule time to speak with one of us.
Yep.
Thanks again, Stephanie.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yep.
Take care. Another segment comes to a close of 360 Degrees to Success, and see everybody next time.
I made a lot of